William is able to read, but in spite of daily practice, he has great difficulty in controlling a pencil. He is trying to write his name, William.
In the mid-20th century, the medical establishment gave celebrity parents a brutal ultimatum: if your child is different, send them away. In an era of polished public images, doctors often advised stars to hide, institutionalize, or simply forget children with disabilities. But behind the velvet curtains of Hollywood, many parents refused to listen. This is the story of those who chose love over reputation, presented by Prestige Buzz. The choice of the king of the cowboys, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Robin Elizabeth Rogers was born on August 26, 1950. The moment she arrived, nurses noticed she was blue. Soon, doctors confirmed Down syndrome and a heart murmur. The advice given to the Queen of the West was cold: place her in an institution before she becomes too deeply rooted in your hearts. Roy and Dale refused. They brought Robin home to the Hollywood Hills. Though she struggled to even suck from a bottle, she was part of the family. Tragically, Robin died of complications from the mumps just 2 days before her second birthday. Her mother, Dale Evans, turned that grief into Angel Unaware, a memoir that changed how the world viewed children with disabilities. The persistence of Louise Tracy, Spencer Tracy's son. When John Tracy was born in 1924, his mother Louise noticed he didn't startle at loud noises. The diagnosis was nerve deafness, and the advice was to simply wait until he was old enough for school. Louise wouldn't wait. She spent every day speaking directly into his face, teaching him to lip read before he was 3. Even when John later contracted polio, Louise's resolve never wavered. Her dedication led to the founding of the John Tracy Clinic, ensuring no other family had to face deafness in isolation. The heartbreak of Dorothy Dandridge, Harry Lynn Nicholas. The legendary Dorothy Dandridge lived with a lifelong guilt. She believed a delay in getting to the hospital led to her daughter Harry-Lynn's oxygen deprivation during birth. By age 3, Harry-Lynn was diagnosed with severe brain damage. Despite doctors urging institutionalization, Dorothy spent her career fighting to pay for private, 24-hour care. She kept Harry-Lynn's condition out of the press for years, but as her fame faded and finances collapsed, Dorothy was eventually forced to do the one thing she resisted: placing Harry-Lynn in a state institution. It was a choice that broke her heart until her final day. Anna Magnani and the reality of polio. Italian screen icon Anna Magnani raised her son, Luca, as a single mother. When polio paralyzed Luca's legs in 1944, Magnani poured her fortune into specialists and miracle clinics. When she finally realized he would never walk again, her focus shifted to securing his financial future, famously pushing for higher acting fees to ensure Luca would always be cared for in a world she viewed as bleak for the disabled. A note from Prestige Buzz: if these stories of courage and parental love move you, please like this video and subscribe to Prestige Buzz. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss our deep dives into the real lives of Hollywood legends. Charlotte Rae, redefining autism. Long before autism was widely understood, facts of life star Charlotte Rae knew her son Andy was different. A doctor told her that if Andy didn't improve by age 6, she should institutionalize him. Charlotte refused. She became an early advocate, protesting for specialized transportation and schooling. Even when Andy's condition became volatile in his teenage years, Charlotte remained his fiercest protector. Creating a system, the Goldens and cerebral palsy. When Janice Cookie Golden was born with cerebral palsy in 1943, there was no support system. Her parents, Leonard and Isabel, decided to build one. They placed an ad in the New York Herald Tribune looking for other parents. The response was a tidal wave. Their efforts led to the chartering of the United Cerebral Palsy Organization, proving that one family's struggle could spark a national movement. Gene Tierney, a chance encounter. The story of Daria Cassini is one of Hollywood's most haunting. While pregnant, actress Gene Tierney contracted rubella after a fan broke quarantine to meet her at the Hollywood canteen. Daria was born with profound developmental impairments. Though Daria spent much of her life in care, Gene and her husband Oleg Cassini ensured she was never forgotten, making her lifelong support a permanent part of their legal arrangements. The Engineering of Hope, Roald Dahl and Patricia Neal. When a taxi struck 4-month-old Theo Dahl's carriage in 1960, he suffered severe brain trauma and hydrocephalus. Frustrated by shunts that constantly blocked, his father, author Roald Dahl, teamed up with a toymaker and a neurosurgeon. Together, they invented the Wade-Dahl-Till valve. While Theo eventually stabilized without it, the device went on to save thousands of other children. The bad apple remark, William Christopher. William Christopher, beloved as Father Mulcahy on MASH, faced a horrific suggestion when his son Ned was diagnosed with autism. A specialist told him that since Ned was adopted, he should just put the bad apple back in the barrel. The Christophers were horrified. They rejected the doctor's cruelty and instead embraced their son's unique world, later writing mixed blessings to help other parents navigate the joys and challenges of raising an autistic child. Legacy of love. These stars lived in a world that demanded perfection, yet they found their greatest purpose in the imperfect. They chose to be parents first and celebrities second, tearing down the walls of institutions with nothing but their devotion.